Hello, how to solve this is t to the power of 3 over 2 equals 5 to the power of 3 over 2. We are solving for all values of t that will satisfy this equation, meaning the value of t that will make this left-hand side of the equation to be the same as the right-hand side of this equation. Now, let's start by considering this identity. If you have a power n divided by n, this simply means a power n times 1 over n, because n times 1 over n is the same as n over m. So we are going to express this 3 over 2 as 3 times 1 over 2. That means we will have t to the power of 3 times 1 over 2. And this equals 5 to the power of, this is 3 times 1 over 2. Now, if you have a power n times n, this equals a to the power of n to the power of n, and also equals a to the power of n to the power of n. So, applying that here, we have t to the power of 1 over 2 to the power of 3 equals 5 to the power of 1 over 2 to the power of 3. Now, if you have a power 1 over 2, this equals square root of a. So we apply same thing here and here. That means we have square root of t to the power of 3 equals square root of 5 to the power of 3. I can decide to move this over here, and this will give me square root of t to the power of 3 minus square root of 5 to the power of 3 equals 0. Now it's time to solve this problem. So what we are going to do will be to expand, and in order to do that, we consider this identity a power 3 minus b power 3. This equals a minus b times a squared plus ab plus b power 2. And root of t is my a, and root of 5 is my b. So I'm going to have root t minus root 5 times root t to the power of 2 plus root t times root 5 plus root 5 to the power of 2, and this everything equals 0. So we have it equals 0. So from here, I have square root of t minus square root of 5 times this cancel. We have t plus root t times root 5. This is square root of 5t plus this cancel this. I have 5, and this equals 0. So next step will be to equate each of these to 0. I will equate this to 0 and equate this to 0. So we'll have square root of t minus square root of 5 equals 0. Then I will also have t plus square root of 5t plus 5 equals 0. Now, what I'm going to do will be to solve each of these equations. Now, let's start with the first one here. So I move this over here. I will simply have square root of t equals, this is square root of 5, meaning that this eliminates this. That means I have t equals 5. This is my t1. That's my t1. So Now, we need to solve for the other values of t. Then we are going to consider this equation. So, we move 5 over here, we move t over here. That means I will simply have this is square root of 5t equals, this will be negative 5 minus t. So what I'm going to do again will be to take the squares in order to eliminate the square root. So I take the squares of both part of this equation, this eliminate this. Then I'm going to have 5t equal, this is negative 5 minus t times negative 5 minus t. So the next step will be to expand this. So this will give me 5t equals negative 5 times negative 5. That is 25. Negative 5 times negative t. That is plus 5t. Negative t times negative 5. That is plus 5t. Negative t times negative t. That is plus t squared. So from here, you have 5t equals, this is 25 plus this is 10t plus t squared. So the next step will be to simply move 5t over here. That means we will simply have 0 here equals 25 plus 10t plus t squared minus 5t. Now, the next step will be we have 0 equals 25 plus 10t minus 5t, that is 5t plus t squared. So let's rearrange this whole equation. That means we have t squared plus 5t plus 25. This equals 0. Now let's solve this quadratic equation to find the other values of t. So right now, we write the formula method. That is what we are going to use because this is not factorizable. To make use of the formula method, we have t equals negative b plus or minus, this is square root of b squared minus 4 times ac divided by 2 times a. So right now, we have a equals 1, which is the coefficient of t squared. B equals 5, which is the coefficient of t. And c equals 25, which is the constant here. So from here, I will simply have, this is t equals negative b, that is negative 5, plus or minus square root of b squared, that is 5 over 2, minus 4 times a. We have a is 1, times c is 25. And this is divided by 2 times a, that is 2 times 1. So from here, we have t equals negative 5 plus or minus square root of 5 squared, that is 25, minus this is 100, divided by 2. So from here, I have t equals negative 5 plus or minus square root of, this is negative 75, divided by 2. So from here, you have t equals negative 5 plus or minus, this minus here, I have square root of negative 1 times square root of 75 divided by 2. So from here, I have t equal this is -5 plus or minus square root of this is I times square root of 75. I can express it as 25 times 3 divided by 2. So from here we have t equals -5 plus or minus I times square root of 25 times square root of 3 divided by 2. So from here we have -5 plus or minus I times square root of 25, that is 5, times root 3 divided by 2. So from here, I can factor out 5 over 3 or 5 over 2 from here. So we'll simply have, this is 5 over 2 of -1 plus or minus I times root 3. So I have two complex values for t. Simply have t2 equals 5 over 2 of -1 plus I times root 3. I have t3 equals 5 over 2 of -1 minus I times root 3. So these are the two complex values for t. We also have one real value for t, which is t equals 5. Now we can verify if t equals 5. That means t power 3 over 2 equals 5 power 3 over 2. Substitute this for t, meaning that you have 5 power 3 over 2 equals 5 power 3 over 2. The left-hand side now is not the same as the right-hand side. So we have proven our solution to be correct. So that is it. Thank you and goodbye.